Yo, what's going on, everybody? Good to see you guys. Guys, listen. Wait. Let me make sure you can hear me. Okay, you can. Let me make sure I can hear me. Pause. Okay. Guys, I don't mean to alarm you, but Bashir... Oh, that's the wrong button. Wait a minute. Bashir is rocking out this evening. He's got some shades on. He's kind of vibing. I kind of like him, not gonna lie. I think maybe he needs a few pairs of pit vipers. Knock off pit vipers, of course. But I think he's doing all right with them. We like it. Good to see y'all. Laughing Stock. He is in fact dripped out. I also saw your message about proposing to your girlfriend. Congratulations on the engagement, my friend. Opa, welcome in. Sharky Hunter King. Who else we got in here? Wolf is in here too. Bussin' bro, good to see you again. Biff Complexity, good to see you as well. Welcome back. FICO. Ultimate Dragon's back as well. Always good to see you. Wavy was in here. Vincent and Rytex. Hope you guys are having a good evening. Sarah's in here as well. Fab, good to see you. And Andrew, how you guys doing? We're gonna get started tonight, man. What mod pack do you use? I have a mods pack video on my channel. But actually, that one's inaccurate. Because I did a thing. You'll notice my sword is not flaming. That's a problem. I need to fix that problem. I haven't gotten to that yet. But look at what we got. Pale wood. Dude, we're in 1.21 Yep, 1.21.4. We made it. I upgraded the world. So some things are happening. We don't have all of our usual mods installed. We have most of them. Tectonic? Is that what I have? Is it Tectonic or Terralith? It's Tectonic. Why do I always forget? Tectonic's been updated. We have all of our shaders. We've got our Incy Wiggle, which is all I really care about. Sounds is still in the game. Ooh, check this out. Wait, I added easy shulker boxes. So I can right-click with shulker boxes now to add and remove items and things, which is pretty cool. What else did I do? I don't know. We don't have everything, though, but I'm getting there. We're pretty close. But anyways, I'm happy about it. How long is this stream going to be? As long as I can possibly go. We're doing the interior of the castle today. This is some stream-exclusive content. Nobody's going to get to see this portion of the video, really, in real time. So that's pretty exciting. But what I did is I went through on the castle here and I replaced all of the birch things with pale wood things. And I know they look kind of like really pink right now, but that's because of shaders. They actually fit the build quite well. You can still, they obviously still have a little bit of a pink hue to them, which I'm not a fan of, but that is hell and gone better than the yellowish color that we were getting from birch and bamboo. I also replaced all of the gold bits on the starter base as well, so that's a little bit new. That got refurbished a bit. Pretty happy about that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to throw shaders back on. What shaders for the water? Complimentary reimagined. Can you do hit Distant Horizons, please? I will, but it has not been updated yet. I'm waiting on that. Sarah's real name is Queen Sarah, goddess and high priestess of the Fabulous Five. This is true. Are you going to do a video on your updated mods? Yes, as soon as... Probably once Distant Horizons comes out, I'll do a mods video. You don't even see that it's wood, it blends in perfectly. Yeah, I think, especially from far away with shaders on, like that just, like even here, you can barely tell. And it's really just getting, we're finally getting that full marble effect that I wanted, which is pretty cool. But let me show you guys what I did on the interior. We just have a little temporary staircase out here for now. But check this out. Look at this, got a little throne room, right? I'm surprised I was able to fit all of this in here. I'm not gonna lie. And yes, there is a staircase to get all the way to the top. But this is very Iron Throne, Game of Thrones inspired, if you couldn't tell. But I think it turned out good. Again, it looks a little pink with the shaders on right now, and that's mainly because of the warm light from the torches, but I have these pillars, little side hallways here. And we have these staircases getting up to these like lofts on the side here to look down. I know you can't really see because of Minecraft proportions, but it's meant to be like where a choir sits or whatever, or, you know, people who are judging whoever's down there in front of the king's throne and stuff. I added a little doorway over here down into what I believe is going to be like the kitchen and dining area for the staff. This is a relatively small castle. I know it's big on the outside, but as far as interior space goes, we don't have a lot of horizontal room. I hear bad guys, but we'll deal with them later. So we just got that worked out a little bit. Over to the right. Somebody calling me? No. Okay. Over to the right, I have another area down here. This leads into the chapel. If I go into F4, we are in that building there. So we might do something with this tonight. I think that would be pretty cool. And then right up here is a very long staircase. And we're going to go up it, because this is actually how we get to the council chambers that we were building in creative a couple streams ago. So we keep going up here. We are met with another very small set of staircases, and we're going to enclose this in and make it look better tonight. Hopefully we'll get to that. But if we just keep going, it's a very long walk, but I think it adds a bit to the lore of the castle. We go all the way up here, and here we go. Here's the king's chamber. I have the table set up and everything. I've got their little marble spherical things that they place in their little pedestals. I have some pillars going on as well. Did a little bit on the ceiling. This room still feels empty. I think I want to do candles for lighting instead of torches, even though torches on the wall does kind of make sense for medieval times. I think just default Minecraft, it doesn't work, obviously. But we're getting some work done, and I am very happy about it. Castle is cool. Thank you, Moro. I appreciate that. I love your Minecraft Hardcore series. It's great inspiration for my own Forever World. Keep up the great work. Santos, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Pale Oak goes hard. It does. It really, really does. Mod Fulbright, just so you can see better. I think Complementary Reimagine does decent for the lighting system in Minecraft. Does Modded Worlds update to new updates? It depends on the mods. What was that that you were just showing off?
My ice cream.
Oh, Sarah's got ice cream and I don't. I'm very jealous.
With Ready Whip.
With ready. Show off your nails real quick. Minimalistic when I see them.
Can you shut that window?
Huh?
Can you shut the blinds?
Why?
So they could, because there's light reflecting in the back.
Yeah, they'll be able to see it fine. Okay. Hurry up, do it.
Wait.
There you go.
There's chrome. Oh,
they're like chrome and sparkly.
It's chrome, lilac.
Lilac. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah. Cutie.
111k subs. I know, dude. We're growing fast. I'm very excited about it.
Snarky. That's so funny.
King said, "Let me see that ice cream again."
Who?
One of the channel members.
Look at it. Oh my god. Ugh.
So terrain mods probably wouldn't. No, actually, I'll show you. I was just as surprised about that as you probably are. Do I have a lighter on? We're gonna find out. I do. Let me go outside real quick. So, Tectonic is actually one of the best terrain mods to have installed when you're updating your world. If we go over here, here's where the Pale Garden is. This is new terrain over here. Where are the terrain chunks? Okay, you see how there are like these little kind of weird square patterns? Let me zoom in here. See all those square things? That is the extent of like how messy the terrain gets. It's actually very, very good at updating. this looks worse from above than it does when you're actually flying over it. I'm not going to go all the way over to it right now. But Tectonic is very good at updating your terrain without messing anything up. But anyways, we got the intro out of the way. Everybody has been welcomed in. Showed off what I did. It is time to get started. First things first, we got an inventory dump. I have a lot, just random items right now that I need to get rid of. And we're going to make a new thing for diorite. This is going to be diorite. This is obviously calcite. I just want to kind of reset everything. I know I have easy shulker boxes installed, but I like to see things laid out in front of me. So that's what we're going to do here. Then once we're done with this, we have a lot, actually a lot of these things we may not even need to reorganize. That can stay andesite. This is icky sticky here. Yuck. This can actually stay as pale wood. I'm going to leave the rest of the pale blocks in here. We do not really need to keep moss with us. This can go. Where's our diorite? Actually, our diorite should just go into... Yeah, this is an open shulker box here, correct? Yes, it is. This diorite, this andesite will come with us. Like that. Do every other piece of pale blocks in here. Diorite in there. Andesite needs to go in there. This can basically all go. Can it? Find out. This goes in there. That goes in there. That goes in there. Do one of these. I do need some wool. We'll keep wool in there for now. Throw that down, get this going, and then that is our final inventory slot, and then the rest goes right like that. This is going to bother me if it's not organized. Yoink. There we go. Do you have a mouse wheelie? I think so. Scroll wheel? I can. I don't have a mouse wheelie. Will you ever do schematics settings video? My most recent video, I kind of was a tutorial on how I do my schematic building and stuff. How do you get so good at building? Lots and lots of practice. Hi, Incy. I just got home from school and now I am here to watch your stream. Welcome back from school, CJ. Do you know how to make the schematic show level by level, the Y coordinate? Yeah, so if you go into configuration menu, and then you go to make sure your visuals are on. Go to render layers. And then I don't know if you can see chat is kind of blocking it. If it says render all, change that to render single layer right here. This button that's being highlighted says set here. And then this will increase or decrease depending on whether or not you right click or left click the level that the render layers are at. Your axis is what this button will move on. You know what I'm saying? So your y-axis, if I click right here, it'll go up and down. And then X and Z is left and right and stuff. So that's how you do that. But yeah, just configuration menu, render layers, and then change render layers to single layer. And then you can configure your controls so that you can automatically move the layers up and down. My hotkeys are page up and page down. Yours will be different though. I'm not sure what the default ones are. But there is a way to change them just in the base game settings. We're going to sleep one more time. Because what I would actually like to do is we are going to fly back out to the Pale Garden. Because I do need to collect, I think, a decent bit of the pale wood. So we're going to try that out. We'll get going. Fluffy, what's going on? Good to see you. How do you get your mouse to be so small? It was just naturally like that. I'm not sure. Oh gosh, I just spilled water down my mouth. Oops. Why the subscriber only mode? I'm just trying it out for tonight. Probably not going to have as many viewers for tonight, but I wanted to kind of just give an exclusive thing to people who are already subscribed to the channel.
Very good.
Pale wood is so OP. Only thing missing is some grayish wood, so I can finally do trapdoor stuff on stone without it looking weird. Yeah, exactly. Or be able to have hidden lighting on stone without needing to use carpets. That would be huge. Finally catching a live stream. There you go, Fez. Good to see you. What country do you live in? United States. Did Sarah just scream jerk? No, she said period. Easily confused, though. This is actually not a very big biome. You can see where I was clearing out some trees. Kind of... we'll fly over this way. I'll show you guys what it looks like when Tectonic renders new chunks. I'm going to go a bit of ways up. There we go. I'm also probably going to change my GUI scale. Not for this next episode, but for the episode after that. There is a bee flying in the mountains. This place is gorgeous. The view this village has of the mountains. We have to do something with that area for sure. But okay, here we go. We should be coming up on new chunks. They are generating right now, and literally because it's a forest, I don't think you can tell. I have no idea where the chunk border is. That is really good. Okay, that is, wow, okay, that's a lot better than I thought. A lot better than I remembered. Let's try to go find... I'm going to try to show some of this off. Because it can, depending on the biome, it can look a little strange. So let's see if this is not a great example. Hello? Nope, this is just hills. Okay, here we go. So yeah, this is new chunks. This is where the new chunks meet the old chunks right here. So you can see how it's kind of squared off. But essentially, I mean, you basically, like, this is all new chunks. Or this is pre 1.21.4. So you can see how it's a little more boxy than normal, but it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. So yeah, highly recommend, like, if you're going to do terrain mods, Tectonic is definitely one of the best ones as far as not messing up your world goes when you update. I honestly thought it was going to be worse than that. Okay, so the Creakings. I had an encounter. I survived, obviously. Do they spawn during the day? That is my question. I hope not. Keep your ears peeled, though, guys. I don't want to be snuck up on. Is this new mod pack? Technically, yes. Most of the mods are basically the same, though. There we go. What day are you on? We are on day 1282. Are you going to use Distant Horizons once it gets updated for 1.25? Yes, I am. As far as I'm concerned, most of the compatibility issues with shaders have been fixed, but that remains to be seen with the newer updates. I'm not sure yet. They spawn at night? Okay, good. Good, good, good. Exo Squid, what's going on, man? That looks so yellowish with the shaders. It does look pretty yellow. It looks really cool, kind of like in the evening and at night. Here it looks a bit paler. There's definitely some... This is all pale garden. I see what you're talking about. It's literally... I see the color palette changing depending on where we stand. I don't know what that's about. Kind of annoying, but... nothing we can really do about it, unfortunately. Complementary Reimagined definitely falls short in some places. It's very good. It excels at... it's best at daytime and... well, I guess it's best at daytime and nighttime. What it doesn't do well is certain biome-specific gradients, like the Pale Garden. And then it doesn't do weather very well. I think rain looks really weird. Although I guess that kind of depends on the kind of vibe you're going for. Complementary Reimagined rain is kind of like springtime rain. You know, when it's like raining and the sun is kind of out still. If you want really good rain effects, I would do like Bliss or BSL. I think I use BSL for all my rain time screenshots. I'm not sure. Certain. I don't really take screenshots during weather events very frequently, so they do not make good thumbnails. What do you use to record your gameplay? Streamlabs OBS. How it turns the sky gray. It is pretty cool. I do like this biome. I like the idea of it, but I do still kind of agree with the majority of complaints. I think the creaking is too, like, short and stocky. I think it needs to be taller, almost like a Slenderman type of thing. And I think it is the biggest fumble ever that they didn't integrate fog mechanics with it. I understand that that's easier said than done, but, like, there are already fog mechanics in the game with the border fog. You could just have it so that the fog creeps up on you and gets closer. And from my understanding, fog actually does not cause that much lag. Like, I know when I used to play on really bad PCs, like, when I wanted my lag to go away, I would turn the fog up so my render distance wouldn't be as far. I don't know if that's exactly how that works, or if I'm just imagining things, but I need to change my camera a little bit. I literally just look like a floating head right now. Get to it some other time. Not too worried about that. See, and I also, the other big thing is that the trees suck. I love the pale wood, but the shape of the trees is just absolutely horrible. They really should have done, like, a splitting, branching kind of birch type of looking tree with the pale wood. I mean, I cannot believe we literally just got copy and paste dark oak trees. That's kind of insane. Sorry I couldn't stay long today. Bye, I'm excited for the Patreon vid Monday. We'll see you later, Sharky. Have a good one, man. Totally get Euphoria patches. It adds more rain settings for complementary. Interesting. I'll have to check that out. The new trial chambers are terrible. I think there's one near my base, but I haven't tried it out yet. Francis, what's going on, dude? Wasn't the Pale Garden the meme biome for way long ago? It was. Tree Drops mod, just one block at the bottom. Save you so much time. It would, but a lot of people consider... I think a lot of people think that that mod is quote-unquote cheating. I don't think so, but I know I would catch flag for it if I used it in, like, a vanilla base hardcore series, so I wish I could, but I'm probably not going to get to use it. And I know I really shouldn't care what other people think, but I think that one is kind of like one that the majority of the community has agreed upon is kind of, you know, iffy as far as whether or not you should be using it goes. It was the same thing with Light Manica for a while. I think people are starting to come around on that, especially if you're a creator. Same thing with free cam mod. A lot of people don't like that I use free cam mod, but it's just so helpful. I actually really do enjoy the process of manually chopping down trees, I'm not gonna lie. Probably would be the right move for me to use that. It would save me a lot of time, but this is still just like this and like mining. Like a lot of people have suggested I use like a vein miner mod too. I don't want to do that. I personally do enjoy like actually doing the handiwork. Do you know what I mean? Like I just find this relaxing, and plus it's good stream content. I don't really have to like think too hard about what I'm doing. I can focus on chat. We can still get things done. We are going to absolutely clear out this biome, though. It's getting a little dark, though. We'll do one more tree. I'm gonna hurry up and get this done. I do want to show you guys what this place looks like at night. With shaders on it, and I'm going to quickly, just in case something goes wrong. See, it looks very, this guy looks very red. Oh, there he is, the man. Don't move. We're gonna look at him. You should try bliss shaders, maybe it looks really beautiful. I will definitely, I think I have bliss shaders too. What are you getting pale wood for? The castle. Let's see if we can find the resin blocks, actually. I haven't... Ooh, that's pretty creepy. I don't know. How much damage do they do? I don't know if I want to toy with my life right now. What are we saying? I hear the creeper coming up on me. Seriously? Okay, that particle effect is actually pretty cool. Don't mind me, sir. I'm just going... I got him. Is that it? Are you joking? That wasn't very fucking hard at all. Okay. Well. The creaking, everybody. I don't know. They don't do that much. I'm really tired, so I sleep now. Have fun. We'll see you later, Opa. 1 heart to unarmored. Absolutely negligible damage. You can face tank a creaking even if you're unarmored. That's insane. There's no way they made it that weak. I haven't done any research on the mob, really. Obviously, I've seen it. I've seen that animation we just saw before. Other than that, I don't know much about it. That's kind of insane. I mean, resin is resin. It's not like it's like defending mountains of diamonds or anything, so... Oh, hell, hi. I just want to... Hey, buddy, this is fucking embarrassing. Like, actually, this is embarrassing. Do you know that? Give me more stuff. Where is it? Come on. I'm literally more afraid of these creepers. There we go. You did a heart. Good job. That actually, the creeper actually did more damage. That's insane. Hello. So, here's my question. Can I right-click? Oh. I see. Spawn more. Do it. One more. How much is this we got? 13? That's not a lot. What can we do with 13? I don't know. That's kind of disappointing, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's, like, really disappointing. Oh, well. They look okay. They look a little cool. And I do like the pale wood, so... I'm not gonna be a Debbie Downer. Can you not? Brother. Wait a second. Oh. Can I'd like to just... I'd like to be able to sleep. Are you gonna follow me all the way up here? Will he follow me out of the biome? Minecraft myth busting. Gonna come into the snow? Are you? Ooh. Well, I do need to sleep. So, you have a good night now. Kind of wild. I think the creaking is more about the creepy factor more than a danger factor. Yeah, except the fact that it's not very creepy. I don't find it creepy. I find it really... I think it's just cool looking. I think if they added fog, if they made it stronger, if maybe they made the sounds a little bit scarier. I know I sound like I'm nitpicking right now, which I am. But I know you guys also know what I'm saying. This is one of those times where I don't think Mojang did a great job. I really don't. Normally, a lot of people are complaining about, like, the new updates they've been coming out with like, the animal reskins and textures and stuff. They're saying they're not doing enough. I've actually been waiting for those things for forever. So I'm very happy about that, and I think they're really good. I think I saw some more resin in here. Yeah, there was. Was that like a stone angel? I think so. Or a weeping angel. Like a Doctor Who type situation. Probably what they were going for. What does that stuff even do? The resin? I don't know. I don't think it does anything. I think it just looks orange. There might be properties to it I'm unaware of. There is one thing I saw about it. Okay? You can take the resin. Ready? This is a very niche thing, right? So let's start by saying that. Can I silk touch leaves? I can. Also, I need to update my texture pack for pale leaves. But you can take resin clumps, and you can make, like, what looks like berry bushes. Like, you can have orange trees and stuff with that. I think that's cool. That's a cool little building mechanic. I'm very excited to see what people do with that. Other than that, no, though, I am not aware. What shader settings are you using? So, I get this question a lot. Okay. My shader pack settings? Where is it? I think is it block light color? No. Where is it? Camera... color balance. Okay. So the only setting I have changed in my complimentary reimagined, go to camera, go to color balance, turn the saturation up to 1.65. That's it. Everything else is default. That's just, I like to play with a little bit more vibrancy in my colors and stuff. That's it. Complimentary is just goated the way it comes installed. There we go. Sorry I'm a bit late. I kind of forgot about the live. Galaxy Wolf, you're good. Good to see you again. Resin can be made into new resin bricks and blocks, like pretty yellow orange brick. building block in his latest video. Looks alright for building, but it's a very niche block. Yes, that's kind of the vibes I'm getting as well. I'm not really a fan of oranges in this game. There's not a lot of things that they work for. Copper is different because you can use it for steampunk and like modern like metallurgy, industrial type builds. The orange mixed with the brick texture though, it was like I don't know. It feels, can we make it here? Hold on. Let's test it out real quick. Why don't we? Can I even, do I haven't even... How do I make resin bricks? Resin clump. Oh, I guess I probably have to smelt it. It's so bright. Like, even here, I would say it could be used maybe for magma or lava in some kind of builds. Again, maybe for niche roofing. Here's my question. I don't know this either. Ooh, it breaks like honey. Okay. No. There are no other variations of it. Are we decorating today? A little bit, yes. You can make a creaking heart with a resin block and 2 pale logs. Interesting. Copper is just for oxidized copper, for real. True. What mod is that for the shulker box? It's called easy shulker boxes. You need to smelt the resin into bricks, and once they're ingots, you can make blocks. Okay. I see, so I can reverse that. It just, it feels, like I said, I don't know if I actually said this, but it feels modded. It's a block, it just feels really out of place. All this other pale stuff, though, could work. Like, again, if they, just the trees, bro, like, come on. New type of tree would have been really, really cool. And it would not have been that hard to do. There's no reason as to why we should not have that at this point. But yeah, it feels very modded. Complementary, I have to update the shaders, because these shaders are not meant for this version. Actually, you know what? I might be able to do that right now. Let me go see if I can get... Bashir, watch chat for me. Let me see if I can get new complementary reimagine. Complementary reimagine shaders. Where is the download for reimagined? I see complementary shaders. This, oh yeah, here it is. Okay, versions. Version 5.4. This was updated a month ago. We will see if this changes anything. Let me go to my Minecraft folder real quick.
You know they can't see that.
I know they can't see that. This is my internet browser with my email and things displayed. Complementary reimagine. Let's throw that on. Okay, I do have it. I know you guys still can't see. Does this change anything? Just taking it a minute to load. Okay, I'm not, Oh, it's just because I have the color balance turned up. So if you leave it at default, that was the problem. It literally wasn't the game, it was me. This is what it looks like normally. So it doesn't look as yellow. It actually looks better with the default settings. But when you turn the color balance up to 1.65, which is where I have it, you can see that yellow coming in a little bit. I'm just going to rock with it still, because I don't think the pale guard... I'm not going to spend enough time here for me to consider that to be a problem. But yeah, I guess the yellowing is my fault. Oops. Oh well. Creeper Slayer, what's going on? Good to see you again. Twizzy, I see you as well. Next stream, I'm going to donate another $100. You do not have to do that, Complexity. But thank you for being here, my friend. These trees look like they want to be willows. That would be sick, too. Just got off work. How you doing? Chaos, I'm doing good. Also, I peeped that Iron Mincy. Thank you, my friend. I got complimentary shaders to work on my Dell Latitude Intel Core i5. It gets 20 FPS, 60 FPS without... Hey, man, at least you got it running, dude. There you go. It's a step in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I used to stream off of... God, it was a laptop. I think it may have also been a Dell, actually. A space Dell, not a Dell. But yeah, that was rough. That was rough. You used to be able to hear my laptop taking off in the background. I gotta close out Google. Okay. There we go. Perfect. How much space do we have? A good bit. We have another 2 stacks left before we have to collect again, which is fine. I gotta keep in mind, we can't use up all the space that's in these shulker boxes because they are already reserved for other blocks, so we're not gonna be here for too much longer. I just honestly wanted to get enough wood to handle the rest of the stream. Should be fine. I mean, at this point, we probably have more than enough. Rolling into deep. Yep. Honestly, Adele makes bangers, not gonna lie. Can't even argue. Whoa. Let's get rid of those. Mine has to be plugged in 24/7. Are Minecraft snapshots safe to play? It depends on what you mean by safe. They're more prone to accidents, but as long as you're making world backups every now and again, you should be fine. So they're less safe, but still playable. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Did you release mods you're using? I have a mods video on my channel already that shows off most of the mods I'm using. There will be a new one coming out, though. Swedish summer is peak. I need to visit Sweden. I would like to at some point. I want to, dude, I want to do a lot of traveling. Like, if I ever get, like, YouTuber money, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely spending most of it on traveling and going places. Hello? Anybody home? No? He's back. Can I sleep real quick? What are the chances we make it through without him eating us? Very, very high, apparently. No shot. We've been going for almost an hour already, dude. It feels like we've only been playing for 10 minutes. Jesus. It really taken us that long to get wood? Well, that's fine, but I have a lot more to do, so we gotta kind of pick it up here. Where's my pail thing? Here we go. Okay. Good enough for me. Where are we at? Home again, jiggity jig. From market to buy a fat pig. Come to Sweden, I'll show you around. Alright, bet. Come to Sweden, I can hang out with Sarah and do some shopping. There you go. It's a plan. I think it'd just be buggy, not unsafe. Biggie. Biggie? Did he kill Biggie? If you play them off the launcher, it will be safe. If it's unmodded or you have backups, yeah, that's true. It's basically safe. Okay, so that's the problem that I'm noticing. Shader pack settings, atmosphere, clouds, off. I like the fluffiness of complementary clouds, but I like better clouds a lot more. Oh, this mod is just so good. Alright. Okay, let's see here. I think I might want to do, like, the chapel area. I don't know. I haven't pre-planned anything, though. Like, I haven't even thought about, like, what this world's religion is going to be. I haven't written the lore for that yet. So we can't do any statues or like symbols of, and I don't want to go by real world religion. We're not going to do any crosses for like Christianity or anything. Trying to think. We could do like the pews and the aisles. We can do an altar. Again, we just can't have anything on it yet. We could do stained glass windows, although that would be a lot of work. This is just kind of random here, too. I'm not going to be using the resin. Let's find some spruce wood here. I was just looking through the... It's dark oak, son of a bitch. Are we out of spruce wood? I hope not. Surely not. There we go. There we go. Maybe take some books. No, we're not gonna do that. Alright, that's good for now. Nolan, what's going on? I just realized that I'm watching the stream 1.5 minutes behind. Oh, that might have something to do with it. Have you seen that someone copied your first base? I mean, it happens. You know, I don't really, that stuff really doesn't bother me. It did for a while when I first started making content, but then I realized, like, it's literally, if people recognize it as my build or inspired by my build, they're gonna talk about it in that person's comments anyways. And that's just free advertisement for me. And the only way to stop people from copying or at least taking inspiration from your stuff is to not put it on the internet in the first place. So, it is what it is. Imitation is the highest form of flattery. Yep. Exactly. I love how the calcite looks when the light hits it right, like the reflections. Oh, really does just give the look of marble. That's so perfect. Okay. Let's go in here. So. There's not enough space to do multiple rows. So we just have to have a main aisle. Actually. Yeah, imitation, exactly what you said. Imitation is the highest form of flattery. And also, like, if somebody is copying my build or... okay, so there's a distinct difference between copying and taking inspiration from. If somebody, like, directly one-to-one copy and pasted my build, it's like, alright, dude, like, I mean, what are we doing? You know what I mean? But if they just, like, took elements of my build and, like, made it look similar, like, that's fine. Like, I have noticed a very popular thing that is happening is, like, bridges. I'm not saying people are getting that from me. My point in pointing this out is that literally, like, it's a castle. Castles are gonna have bridges. Like, I can't... This, like, a broken bridge, like, that concept doesn't belong to me. I can't claim that. That kind of thing. So I think, like, gatekeeping that kind of stuff prevents creativity.
Creeper Slayer 3 donated 79 pence through Super Chat.
Dude, Creeper Slayer, thank you for the donut. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. To help you get your YouTuber money. That's a huge, man. I appreciate it. Big W's for Creeper. Then everyone in the comments was mentioning you. Free promo, exactly. Yeah, okay. That's, I figured, you know. Unless you're Nintendo or the Tetris company. Yeah, actually. Did you guys see the new, the Pokemon Legend ZA announcement? It looks pretty good. The, I don't have calcite. I need a calcite. I think we gotta go get calcite. They announced the starters as Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile. I've seen a lot of people throwing shade at the starter choices. Do not talk down on my boy Tepig. Tepig is one of the best starters, in my opinion. If they... the Tepig line... And sorry if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. I'm about to go off on Pokemon for a second here. If the Tepig line didn't evolve into a bipedal pig, and if it stayed on 4 legs, it would have been like a perfect top 5 starter for me. I think Tepig is just so cute and cool looking. Same with Totodile. Apparently people don't like Totodile. I don't get it. I never got the Feraligatr hate. I keep forgetting I have easy shulker boxes now. Look at that. I don't like Chikorita. Like, literally, I do think that is probably like the worst grass starter they could have picked for the game. Literally any other grass starter would have been fine. Turtwig would have been fine. You get a Torterra, that would have been cool. Snivy into Superior would have been insane. Even Trico, dude. Hell, I think I might even pick Garuki over Chikorita. Just not my favorite. Feraligatr had cheeks. Yes, but Chikorita, I know. when is the new video coming out? I love your content. Sophie, it is coming out, so this video that you're watching me complete now is slated to release for Patreon members this Monday, and then for everyone else the following Sunday. However, I got another email this morning from a company that wants to do a sponsorship with me, and I would potentially be able to do a giveaway for you guys with that sponsorship. I'm not allowed to say who it's with yet. So I need them, because I sent them terms back. I need them to respond to me before the weekend is over, so I can either include or not include the sponsorship segment in my video. I don't know if that's gonna happen, so this video actually may get pushed back, but it's literally only happening because I'm trying to be able to give you guys something. Uh-oh.
Amorek96 donated 5 Polish zlotys through Super Chat.
Dude, thank you for the 5. I appreciate that. And it's your first super on a live stream. I feel so grateful. Every time that somebody donates, like a lot of the times, it's like people's first live stream donations. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that, dude. Big W's. What if the religion was just worshipping like some dragons, like the Ender Dragon? That would be cool. I was thinking about maybe having them not necessarily worship, like maybe they worship the crystals or something, like the Amethyst. Have a couple of Amethyst geodes in the center or something. I don't know. This needs to be a little bit wider though, because I want to do a thing. There we go. Here we go. Yoink.
Creeper Slayer 3 donated 79 pence through Super Chat.
Uh-oh. Creeper Slayer coming back in. I appreciate that, dude. Another 79. Huge. Thank you, my friend. Look, we're gonna do something like that. Okay, bear with me here. What do a lot of churches have? In the back, they have like a choir section, don't they? We're gonna do a thing. Hold on. Here's the thing. I need red. I need red dye. I need red dye. I have wool, so I'm not worried about that. Grab some of this. Hey! Hey! There you go, okay. Also, fresh animations isn't working in this pack, which sucks. But we're just gonna do all 11. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me. There's no way that's not enough. Where did the beats go? Are they still in my inventory? Am I being dumb? Nope, here they are. Okay. Whatever, I don't really need those. I don't really need those. How do you come up with your lore ideas? Just literally just by brainstorming, writing them down. I tend to begin developing lore after my first build. So like I built and designed my starter base, and I was like, okay, well, what does this look like? It's like, this isn't a full castle, so this looks like the extension of a castle. Okay, maybe it looks like some kind of wizard tower. It looks a little, you know, whimsical with the flares on the sides and stuff. Like, okay, so now this is a wizard tower. Why do we have wizards? Okay, maybe, you know, so it has something to do with a particular block in the game, and I thought of Amethyst. I'm like, okay, maybe Amethyst has magical properties to it. There you go. Okay, so now we have wizards that are harnessing the power of amethysts that are being mined from under the island. Why are they being mined from under the island? Oh, because the island isn't actually an island, it's a giant meteorite that crashed here. I was fortunate enough that this island has that kind of shape to it. There you go. It's like, okay, well now, this meteor crashed here. What did that mean for previous civilizations? And then you just keep building. It kind of just stacks. I don't know. It's probably a very stupid way to explain things, but that's kind of just how my brain works. I kind of just start something, and then I let my mind grab at whatever the fuck it wants to grab at. Please work. Okay. You see what I'm saying? This should actually, honestly, we need to do like this. Trying to make it look like a cloth is draped over the it kind of looks like blood. I don't want this to be like a sacrificial altar. Maybe we should have done a different color, but I think it gets the idea across for now. We should be fine. Religion should be worshipping some long lost entity. I thought about doing something similar. I think trying to starter islands, brought it back to crystals, is a nice way to tie the lore together. Like, maybe they didn't praise a deity, but some form of magic energy in the ground. Yeah, that's true. I do like that idea. Exterior is done? Yes, exterior is done. Shike, what's going on? Good to see you. Sorry if I pronounced your world wrong. Some entity that was within the meteorite. That's what we were thinking about, like possibly having some creatures come out of the meteorite or something. I don't know if I want to go that route though. Still kind of figuring things out. Worshipping Goddess Sarah, yeah. I'm gonna come back on stream with a bigger dono. Earn it. We need Incy ASMR. You don't have to do that, dude, but thank you. I appreciate it. Purple, it's the same color as amethyst. I see, that's the thing. I don't want to have... I thought about purple, but let's grab some... We're going to spend a lot of time in this room, I feel like. First of all... Okay, let's do one thing at a time here. Let's get the door figured out. We want the door like right here. Okay, that actually needs to be filled up. This little cavity we have here. Yeah, this, well, it doesn't need to be filled up. We just need to make sure mobs can't spawn. Okay. This does not need to be perfect. I just need to kind of fill this area in. So that is done. Now we can head back out. We can get up the damn stairs. Do I have an empty shulker box? I do. Let's use this for wood. Where is my calcite? Move that for now. Let's go grab some amethyst if I have any left. Hopefully I do. I don't know what size clusters I have. I know I can get... I know where there are a few crystals spawning, so I could probably get some if I really need it. But we should have some left. Organ piano would be sick at the altar. You could use banners. Look really cool in my opinion. I know what you're talking about. I've seen that before. I actually did that in one of my previous worlds. we might have to. I think I want to do an organ. I think I want to make a loft for a choir and have the organ up there. So that the organ is actually in the back of the church. I know that it wouldn't be a centerpiece that way. Which kind of sucks, but I think it would still be pretty cool. I'd have to figure out how to make an organ design, though. I forgot we could utilize mob heads as well. Wait a second. How do I have these? Oh, it's because this is a data pack, not a mod. Okay. I was confused. I was like, I don't remember installing that mod. I think I am basically out of Amethyst. Nope, nope. Okay, do I have any clusters, though? I might not. Bang. There we go. Let's do that. What is some other kind of, like, religious... What do people have on altars? Candles. We could do candles. I have 4 of those left. That'll be okay for now. I want to do the, I might want to do the lightning rod candle thing. Why is my torso gone? Oh, there it is. We're going to try it out.